online classes for Triveni Memorial School. So today we are going to start the 7th chapter for class 5th, that is not enough food. So let's begin here. So our body is like a machine. It looks like all the machine, we need energy to do work. So as you are aware, our body works like a machines and every machine require energy to perform the work. Similarly, our body also needs the energy to do work. So from where this energy is obtained? So this energy is obtained from the food that we eat. So food is very important. The healthy food that you eat is going to provide you the energy. This energy is used to do several work. So let us begin with the first terminology that you have to understand is what is famine. So here in several parts of the world, the people do not get enough food to eat because there is severe shortage of food in their country. So there are several parts in the countries which are not getting enough food to eat. Those people that are living in those parts are not getting enough food to eat because there is severe shortage of the food in their country. Quite a few of them die due to starvation or suffer from deficiency diseases. Because of this shortage of the food that is they are facing problems, like many of the people from those countries are going to die because of starvation, and they might even suffer from various deficiency diseases. Then what is actually a famine? Famine is a condition when people do not get enough food to eat over a long period of time. So if there is a shortage of food, extreme shortage of the food for a very long time, then this condition is called as famine. So as you can see here in the diagram, this is how the people suffer when there is not enough food for the people to eat. So that condition is called as famine. Now let us understand what are the various causes of famine. So famine is caused because of two reasons. First one is your natural calamity and the second one is your human created problem. So let us discuss about natural calamities, students, here. So water plays a very important role in crop production. So water is very important for any crop production, okay? And our farmer basically depend on which source of water? They depend on the rainwater. So most of the farmers, they depend on the rainwater for their crops. So as we have discussed in the previous chapters also, that rainwater is the purest natural source of water, and on this water, rainwater, the farmer depend for their crop production. Then as you are aware, student, there are different climatic condition in the various places. The climatic condition varies from places to places in a country. So there are places where there is little or no rain, no crops grow, or when we can say there will be a crop failure. So there are certain parts of the country which receive very less or very little or no rainfall at all. That is, there will be a condition of what? Drought condition is there, and then when there is drought, there will be ultimately there will be a crop failure. The crops will not grow because the crop production depends mainly on the water, and when there is little or no rainfall, then there will be scarcity of water. And if the crops fails to produce, then if this crop production fails, then it will ultimately lead to the shortage of the food in that area. Similarly, again, when there is excessive rainfall, then there are certain places, as I have told you, which receives very heavy rainfall. Then in that condition, the excessive rainfall is going to lead to a condition which is called as flood. And in that case, the crops get destroyed, and this again leads to the shortage of the food. So these are two conditions. That means if there is little or no rain, that is also going to lead to the crop failure and ultimately lead to the shortage of the food. And if there is excessive amount of rainfall, that is also going to cause the destruction of the crop and ultimately lead to the shortage of the crops, shortage of the food. Then here we have to understand there are various natural calamities like earthquake, plant diseases, volcanic eruption, which are going to cause the damage to the crops and lead to the shortage of the food. So these are the various natural calamities which are going to lead to the crop destruction and ultimately it will lead to the shortage of the food. So here you can see the various natural calamities like flood, which is caused because of excessive rainfall, then earthquake you are familiar with, and volcanic eruption. So this is the first reason, that is your natural calamities which are going to lead to the famine condition. Now moving on to the next reason, that is your human created problems. So human created problems include hoarding and black marketing, then improper food storage, and the third one is your poverty. Let's discuss one by one. So first of all, if we discuss about your hoarding and black marketing, what is that? In order to earn more profit, some shopkeeper hide and store the food grain in their godown. This is called as hoarding. So what is hoarding? Hoarding is a condition, students, where the shopkeeper, in order to earn more benefit, in order to earn more money, what they are going to do? They are going to hide the food grains in their godown. So as you can see here, a food grain godown. So these shopkeepers, they became selfish, and they are going to store the stock. They are going to hide and store the stock of the food grains in their godowns, and later on that is called as hoarding. And later on, what they are going to do with these food grains? They are going to sell them at a very high price in the black market. So here later they sell the food grains at a very high price in the black market. So hoarding causes a shortage of the food at the market. So in the main market, these food grains there will be a shortage because these people have stored it somewhere in their godowns, okay, and the poor people cannot purchase the food grain at high prices. So when there is a shortage, these shopkeepers are going to release those food grains in the market and at a very high price. So what will happen? The poor people will not be able to afford these food grains at such high prices. So there will be a shortage of the food. Ultimately, it will lead to the shortage of the food. So both hoarding and black marketing are illegal and punishable by the law. So these two are illegals. Okay, they are against the law, and if somebody is doing that they are punishable. Okay, they will get the punishment for that. Okay, by the law. The next reason, the second human created problem is that improper food storage. If there is improper food storage, it will lead to the shortage of food. How? The storage of the food grain should be done in the godowns. Okay, they have to be stored in the godowns that are free from microorganisms, insect and rats. These are the reason why there should be a proper storage in the godowns, because the crops food grains will be harmed because of microorganisms, insects and rats. So the food grains that are not stored properly get destroyed because of these three reasons, because of the presence of microorganisms and insects and rats which destroy the food grains. If the food grains are not stored properly, the food grain will be destroyed, and this destruction of the grains also lead to the shortage of the food. So because of this destruction, it is ultimately going to lead to the shortage of the food. Next thing, which is the reason, which is human created problem, is your poverty. So poverty is poor people do not have enough money to buy the food. So these poor people have not enough money, so that they are not having ample amount of money even to buy the food. So some of them get only one meal a day. So these people are not having that much money also that they can buy one meal in a day. So they suffer from malnutrition and starvation. So because of this poverty, these people suffer from malnutrition and starvation. Okay. So this is the second reason why why there is a shortage of the food. Okay. The next topic that we have to discuss is your deficiency diseases. So people who do not get enough food to eat suffer from malnutrition. So as we have discussed, because people are not getting enough amount of food to eat, this will lead them to suffer from malnutrition, and malnutrition leads to deficiency diseases. So malnutrition is going to finally lead to the deficiency diseases. So student, there is a particular diet or a particular amount of nutrient which is to be served, okay, which we have to intake the particular amount of nutrients. Like these nutrients include your protein, fats, vitamin, carbohydrates. So in our diet we have to include these nutrients to stay healthy. But if there is lack of these nutrients somehow in our diet, then it leads to deficiency diseases. So let us understand what is deficiency diseases. So the disease that are caused by the lack of nutrients. So as I told you, there are certain types of nutrients which are required, like carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamin, etc. So the disease that is caused due to lack of these nutrients, such as your carbohydrate, vitamins in our diet, are called as deficiency diseases. So these diseases are called as deficiency diseases. So here this table is very important. You have to remember that here deficiency diseases they are mentioned. It is caused by lack of which nutrient, and what are the symptoms for that disease, and lastly the food giving deficient nutrients. So the food that we can eat to overcome that deficiency disease. So first disease is your marasmus. So the first disease is your marasmus. In that case, it is caused due to deficiency of which nutrient? Proteins, fats and carbohydrates. So if the person is not taking, or child is not taking in his diet protein, fats and carbohydrate, he is going to suffer from marasmus. And what are the symptoms for marasmus? The child becomes so thin that loose folds of the skin can be seen all over the body. So as you can see here, this child is suffering from marasmus. His entire body has become very thin and the ribs of the child can be seen. So the rib cage is the one which is going to protect our lungs and heart, and that is why, so because he has become very thin, you can easily see the rib cage of the child. Then what food that we can eat so that we can overcome that disease is your rice, wheat, potato, maize, eggs, fish, meat, nuts and honey. So these food are going to give the body the desired deficient nutrients. Okay. The next disease which we have to study is your kwashiorkor. So kwashiorkor is caused due to deficiency of which nutrient? It is caused due to deficiency of proteins. So what are the symptoms? The abdomen, that is the stomach of the child, gets swollen and bulging out. So as you can see here in this child, the stomach part or the abdomen part has swollen and it is bulging outward. The legs become very thin and his legs are becoming very thin. What are the food that we can overcome this disease is your milk, egg, fish, meat and pulses. So these food are going to give the protein required for overcoming this disease. The next disease is your anemia. So anemia is a condition where there is less amount of hemoglobin which is produced by the blood. So hemoglobin is the element which is going to, why our blood appears red in color, students? Because of the presence of hemoglobin. Okay. And anemia is caused due to lack of iron. Okay. Because of lack of iron, it leads to anemia. So here the blood carries less oxygen in the body. Because of there is less amount of hemoglobin, the oxygen which is absorbed by us, okay, which is intaken by our lungs, is going to be distributed to rest part of the body. And who is going to perform that function to distribute the oxygen? It is done by your blood, and inside the blood it is being carried by the hemoglobin. So as there is less amount of hemoglobin, that is the reason why the blood will also carry less amount of oxygen, and because of less amount of oxygen is distributed in our body, it is resulting into pale face. Okay, the face turns into very pale, tiredness, loss of appetite and weight. There is loss of appetite as well as loss of weight. And what food we can eat to overcome the condition of deficiency of iron? We should eat eggs, pulses, cereals, green leafy vegetables and spinach. Okay. These must be included in the diet in order to overcome the deficiency of iron. The next disease is your goiter. So goiter is caused due to lack of iodine. So here, what are the symptoms? Swelling of the thyroid gland which is near the neck. So as you can see here, this person is suffering from goiter. Its neck is swollen. So there is a thyroid gland here in the neck. Because of the lack of iodine, the thyroid gland will swell. So what are the food which we have to eat in case of goiter? Is your fish, seafood and iodinized salt. These are going to fulfill the demand of iodine which is required in our body. Next is improper development of bones and teeth. So if there is improper development of bones and teeth, it is caused due to calcium and phosphorus deficiency. As you know, the bones are made up of calcium, so these deficiency are going to lead to the improper development of bones and teeth. So what are the symptoms? The bone and teeth become weak and brittle. So they are going to become very weak. Then what are the food that we can eat in order to overcome the deficiency of calcium and phosphorus? You can have milk, green vegetables, meat, fish, pulses and nuts. The next disease is your rickets. So rickets is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D. So what are the symptoms? Bowed legs, that is bent leg, deformed bone and stunted growth. So the person who is suffering from rickets will have the bent legs as well as it has stunted growth. Okay. And what food that can overcome vitamin D deficiency is your milk, fish and egg. The next disease is your night blindness. So night blindness is caused due to vitamin A deficiency, and what are the symptoms? The person who is suffering from night blindness will not be able to see in the dim light. When there is dim light, the person cannot see. The next is in order to overcome vitamin A deficiency, one should eat carrot, mango, papaya, butter, milk, fish and green vegetables. Next is your beriberi. So beriberi is a disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B. Vitamin B for beriberi. Remember this. Next is what are the symptoms? The skin become dry and scaly, extreme weakness, and the nervous system and the muscles are affected. So because of the vitamin B deficiency, your nervous system as well as muscles will be affected, as well as there will be extreme weakness. Then what are the food that we can overcome the vitamin B deficiency? You should have milk, egg, meat, green leafy vegetables and the whole grain. So this is about beriberi. Next is your last disease is your scurvy. So this scurvy is caused due to the lack of vitamin C deficiency, and this will lead to the symptoms and bleeding of the gums. So generally a person who is suffering from scurvy is going to have the bleeding gums. And what we can eat in order to overcome vitamin C deficiency is your citrus fruit. Citrus fruits include your lemon, orange, amla and tomato. So this is the various deficiency diseases which is caused by the lack of certain nutrients like your carbohydrate, vitamins, fats, mineral, etc. So remember this table thoroughly. Okay. Next is moving on to the exercise part, student. So first multiple choice question here is, this plays the most important role in crop production. So what is important for crop production? Water, food or shelter? So water plays very important role in the crop production. Next is the malnutrition leads to. So what is going to lead into malnutrition? Fitness, deficiency, disease or black marketing. So malnutrition is going to lead to the deficiency diseases. Moving on to the next, that is your fill in the blanks. First is, most of the farmers depend on dash water for their crops. So most of the farmers depend on the rainwater. Okay, they depend on the rainfall for the crop production. Next is, a person who is suffering from dash cannot see in dim light. So the person who is suffering from night blindness cannot see in the dim light. So as I told you, remember that table thoroughly. Okay, read it once again and try to remember all the deficiency diseases and it is caused by which nutrient. Next is, circle the odd one out and give the reason for your answer. First one is the food, earthquake, volcanic eruption and hoarding. So as you are aware, student, here one term is odd one out and rest three are similar. So as you are aware, food, earthquake and volcanic eruptions are the natural calamities, whereas hoarding is odd one out. Next is your marasmus, your kwashiorkor, malaria and goiter. So except malaria, marasmus, kwashiorkor and goiter, these are the deficiency diseases, whereas malaria is caused by the biting of the female Anopheles mosquitoes. Okay. The next, moving on to the section B of the exercise here, the first multiple choice question, student, both hoarding and black marketing are dash. Are they legal, illegal or starvation? So both of these are illegal. So they are against the law. Next is, when the abdomen of the child gets swollen, okay, its stomach gets swollen and bulges out and his legs become very thin, the person or the child is suffering from which disease? Marasmus, anemia or kwashiorkor. That the child is suffering from kwashiorkor. Okay. Next is your very short answer type of question here. First, give two causes of famine. What are the two causes of famine? As we have discussed in the slide, there are two reasons. First one is your natural calamities and the next one is your human created problem. Next question is, name any three natural calamities. You can write down any three natural calamities, like it includes your floods, earthquake and volcanic eruption. Next is short answer type of question, students. So first is, what is meant by hoarding? So hoarding is when, in order to earn more profit, some shopkeepers hide and store the food grains in their godown. They are, in order to get more profit, in order to earn more money, these shopkeepers are going to hide the food grains in their godowns, and this is called as hoarding. And later on, these shopkeepers are going to sell the food grain at a high price in the black marketing, which is very illegal, Okay. Next is, how does improper food storage lead to the shortage of the food. So how improper food storage are going to lead to the shortage of the food? The improper storage of the food items leads to the destruction of the grains by what? As I've discussed in the slide, they are destroyed by microorganisms, insects and rats. So ultimately this is going to lead to the shortage of the food grains. Okay. Next is long answer type of question. First, what are deficiency diseases? Name the disease caused by the deficiency of the following nutrient. First one, carbohydrate, iron, vitamin A, iodine, calcium, protein, vitamin B and vitamin C. So let us understand what are deficiency diseases first. So the diseases that are caused by the lack of nutrients. So there are certain amount of nutrient which is required by our body in our diet. Okay. So if there is lack of nutrients nutrients like your carbohydrate, proteins and vitamins in our diet, then those diseases are called as deficiency diseases. Next is here deficiency of nutrient and the disease cause. So first one, the one carbohydrate. So carbohydrate deficiency leads to marasmus. Okay. The next one is deficiency of iron lead to anemia. Next is deficiency of vitamin A lead to night blindness. The person suffer from night blindness, cannot see in dim light. Next is deficiency of iodine leads to goiter, that is swelling of the thyroid gland. Next is calcium. Deficiency of calcium lead to improper development of bones and teeth. Next is deficiency of protein leads to kwashiorkor. Next is deficiency of vitamin B. Vitamin B, that is suffering from beriberi. Okay. The last one is your vitamin C deficiency leads to scurvy, that is blood coming from the gums. The next question here is name 2 food that we should eat to avoid the following diseases. So marasmus, goiter and night blindness. So what all food is required in order to fulfill these deficiency of the nutrients? So here first marasmus, so we can eat rice and wheat. Next is your goiter. So for goiter we can eat seafood, iodinized salt, and the third one is your night blindness. In that we can have carrot and green vegetables. So student, by this we are completing this chapter. So hope to see you in my next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.